What's up everybody, it's Jim, and in today's video, let's go ahead and do the game review for LEGO StarWars The Skywalker Saga, which is a game developed by Traveller's Tales, aka TT Games, and published by Warner Brothers, aka WB Games. This is the latest LEGO game as of the year 2022, and we're going to be talking about the good for this game, the bad and the verdict, what I rate this game out of 10. But before we talk about all that stuff, I'm going to talk about my history with LEGO games. So I've been playing LEGO games for pretty much my entire life, and my first ever video game I played was LEGO 1, and it was LEGO Batman, the video game, and when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And I've completed all the main LEGO games. I started completing them with LEGO Marvel Superheroes, that came out in 2013, and before playing this game, it was my favourite ever LEGO game. And is it still my favourite? Well, we'll find out after we've done a review for this game. But LEGO games have been a really big part of my life. They were the first video games I played, and ever since I started playing them, I just fell in love with playing LEGO games. And when I played LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, that was one of my favourites, and I've got a lot of nostalgia and a lot of memories playing that game. So I was really anticipated for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and let's go ahead and talk about the good for it now. So we'll start off with I found this game very enjoyable, relaxing and fun. It was just a blast all the way through. I enjoyed pretty much the entire game, the entire experience. And this game is also up to 2 players, which meant my dad and I could play it together as it was local co-op. It's not online co-op. I don't think any LEGO games have been online co-op, but this one definitely isn't. But it's still really cool to have local co-op in this game. And I also really enjoy the story. I mean, the story is just replaying all 9 films of Star Wars, but it's still really enjoyable to experience them again in LEGO form. And just to play all 9 episodes of the Star Wars films was just really fun. In terms of the gameplay for this game, this is probably the best LEGO game when it comes to the gameplay. I think it's pretty much perfect. I really can't think of any problems with it. It feels great when you're playing the game, and it's just really amazing what they were able to do with the gameplay for this game. It's really enjoyable when you're fighting, enemies with lightsabers or shooting enemies that are like stormtroopers. So it's just really fun, the gameplay in this game, and I've not really got too much else really to say about it. But it's one of my favourite aspects of this game, because I feel like it's done near perfectly. I want to also talk about the controls. Every button feels like that's the right button for it to be, and I just think the controls is just perfect. Don't have any problems with it, and like I said, it feels great when you're playing this game. And also, I'm a big fan of the camera. In this game, it's a different camera angle than we're used to in LEGO games, but this is my favourite camera we've had in them. It really makes it feel like you're actually there, in on the action. It doesn't feel like you're playing a video game. It almost feels like you were actually in this world, or I guess galaxy, because it's Star Wars. But I also want to talk about the characters in this game. There are over 350 characters. I can't believe there's that many characters in the game, which just really impresses me. And there are certain classes with the characters, so each character's got a specific ability, really, that are going to make them useful for when you are 100% completing this game. And also the collectibles, I found them really fun to collect. That was probably my favourite part of the game, was getting the collectibles. You've got collectibles such as the Kyber bricks. You've also got like characters and vehicles to find, loads of puzzles to solve. It's just really fun to get the collectibles in this game for me. And I'm pleased to say that actually 100% completed this game. It took a while. It took in total 74 days to get this game done. This game is massive. I also just want to talk a bit more about the puzzles, and just they're really fun to get, and quite a few of them get you thinking, and some of them are a bit samey after a while, but I still do really enjoy the puzzles, and they were always really fun to do. And the vehicles, I feel like they all look great. They look like they've just come straight out of someone's Lego box. It just looks absolutely incredible, this game. But We'll talk more about the graphics now, actually. The graphics are absolutely amazing. They are by far the best graphics we've seen in LEGO games. I mean, there's been some that are really, well, a lot of them have really impressed me, but this one really impressed me. It blew me away just how good the graphics looked. It looked like real LEGO pieces that were in this game. It's just the graphics it's mind-blowing. It really is for me. And there's so much attention to detail with this game. I mean, when you go to the planet of Tatooine, there is sand on the characters. I wasn't expecting this much level of detail for a LEGO game, but they managed to do it, and they managed to do it amazingly. The music for this game is awesome, and it's got the iconic Star Wars music that you would expect. And I've always thought that the Star Wars music has been top tier, and it definitely is when playing this game. Also, the humour for this game, there weren't that many laugh-out moments for me, but there are some very funny scenes in this game, especially with the cutscenes for this game. And I don't want to spoil any of the funny stuff, but there are some stuff you're definitely going to be laughing at in this game. There are also quite a lot of extras and upgrades in this game, and it's great to finally have upgrades in LEGO games, because we don't really get them. I don't even think we've ever really got upgrades in LEGO games before, so it was really great to have them here. Although I don't really feel like it was that necessary, because I didn't find this game too difficult to complete, but it was still nice to have those extra perks. And there are also cheat codes you can get in the game as well. But there's also this thing called Mumble Mode, which I've not actually used yet, but it's every single cutscene is going to be having mumbling in the game, not the characters talking, and that's what LEGO games used to be like. It used to be characters just mumbling. So if you want that nostalgic experience, then you can go ahead and choose that in the extras of this game. There are these things called data cards, and you get to choose what you unlock with the data cards, and Mumble Mode is one of those things you unlock. I wish it was something that you could get straight away, but you have to work together. But it's still really just amazing that they added Mumble Mode in this game. And overall, this video game is just a love letter to Star Wars fans. Not only you get to play online films, but the game looks great and it feels great. It's just a really amazing experience. But I have got some problems with it, so we'll get to it with the bad. So I want to start off with, like I said, this game took me 74 days, and to me, this game is too big at times. I feel like maybe they added too many planets, maybe too many levels. I don't know, I just felt like maybe this game was just too big. It's more so when it came to the planets. There's 24 of them in total, and all of them are pretty big planets, so maybe not all of them, but quite a lot of them are big planets, and so I feel like maybe they could have made this game just slightly shorter, maybe slightly smaller, because I just feel like it can just get too bloated at times. But this is my own opinion, though. You might not have that feeling when you play this game. I also want to talk about the side missions. I didn't really enjoy the side missions a huge amount. They were too repetitive. There was too many of them. Either have it so there's more variety when it comes to side missions, and keep the same amount of them, or have less side missions altogether. I just feel like there's too many side missions and there's not enough variety with them. So I feel like they could have made the side missions better in this game. I also want to talk about free play, and the fact that I've never been a big fan of free play, and it appears in almost every single LEGO game, and I'm going to explain to you why I don't really like free play. So in case you don't know what free play is, it's basically redoing the story level, but this time you're going to be getting collectibles in it, and you'll be able to access every single character you've unlocked. You're not just restricted with which characters you use. And I'm just not the biggest fan of just redoing a level just to get collectibles. And sometimes if you don't get all the collectibles in one go, you have to redo the level again. And sometimes you might have to end up doing a level 3 times in total. And you never really want to redo the levels ever again. I've never really been a big fan of free play. And I think, in my opinion, that shouldn't be a part of LEGO games anymore. But if you love free play, I'm absolutely pleased for you. But for me personally, I've just never been the biggest fan of it. And a lot of the time I have to end up looking up what you have to go ahead and do. And I don't really find it like that fun. I find it more fun when you're figuring it out on your own. rather than having to watch a guide to figure it out. One more thing I want to say for the bad, and this is very, very nitpicky, but the DLCs, the downloadable content in this game, there aren't any levels for them. They're just character packs. So I find that a little bit unfortunate, but it's not really a big issue in my opinion. But it's just something to point out if you're considering getting the DLC for this game. If you are considering about getting one, highly recommend the Mandalorian one, as that for me personally is my favourite. If I had to choose between Season 1 and Season 2, both, but if I had to choose, I would probably say Season 1, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and talk about the verdict for this game. So, I recommend this game to people who like Star Wars, and for people who like LEGO and the LEGO games. And I rate this game a 9 out of 10. I think it's amazing. There are some problems I've got with it, but I still thought this was a blast, and I highly recommend it to lots of different people. And it's not my favourite LEGO game. My favourite is still LEGO Marvel Superheroes from 2013. I think it's just nostalgia. Really, I feel like this is a better game, but I just felt like I enjoyed LEGO Marvel Superheroes slightly more. Maybe if I get nostalgia for this game, it might end up being my favourite, but at the moment, it's not my favourite LEGO game, but definitely up there. I'm also going to be doing another LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga video, and that's going to be for my top 5 characters and planets in that game, so definitely stay in tune for that. I'm looking forward to going ahead and doing that. But before I go ahead and conclude this video, I want to help you guys for if you're going to be playing LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And that is, there's this YouTuber called HappyThumbsGaming, and he does gaming videos for LEGO games, and he covers the story for the game, free play, and he's currently, HappyThumbsGaming is currently going through all the planets and 100% completing them. So if you need a useful guide, definitely HappyThumbsGaming is the guy, and he's who I use to help me in this game, and I've used him for many, many years when I've been completing some of the older LEGO games. And his name is Brian, and I've linked his HappyThumbsGaming channel in the description below, as well as part 1 for his story walkthrough, part 1 for his free play walkthrough, and part 1 for his planet walkthrough. Then, if you're struggling to complete this game, I highly recommend to watch his guides. He's also got a website which I'll link in the description below as well. So go ahead and give HappyThumbsGaming some love if you are struggling on completing the LEGO game. But that's really all I'm going to say for this video though, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment, and I can't wait for what the next LEGO game is going to be, and once I've completed that one, I will definitely be reviewing it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, may the Force be with you, peace and love, stay safe, take care, and ciao. Right, so on 99.98% on LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga, it's taken 74 days, but it's all been worth it. Come on, Luke Skywalker, may the Force be with us. How much do it for fair? Force be with us.
A deserved bounty.
Top of the shop.
Right, let's see. Yay!
Yay! Well done!
Thank you, HappyThumbsGaming, for all the free play.
Yeah.
Hey, we've done it. Hey.
Oh, we need
Thank
to look
you,
up quite a
Arthur.
bit.
Another brilliant game.
It was brilliant.
One of my favourite LEGO games.
It was like doing 3 of these in one, wasn't it? It was that big.
Brilliant.
Really
Yay.
good. Right, see you
This is
soon.
the way.